Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Asylum. Now, two things. First thing is, I realized how terrible I am to responding to comments. Uh, I got curious and I want to know what my most viewed video was, and I saw, on the videos that had the most views, there were comments that I never even saw. Um, Typically, how I respond to comments is I'll like leave the notification up on my phone until I get settled down for the day, and then I'll go through whatever I can. But if there are too many comments, I suppose I'll just get like a notification for like the last one. I don't get a notification for each one, and since I'm kind of a hardcore gamer, I'm rarely ever sitting at YouTube Studio checking things. It's like once in a blue moon I'll look at stuff, and so I guess I just missed a whole lot. It's my bad. Second, Kazan is a fucking game, man. I think I got like 4 bosses left and I'll be done. But holy shit, it's great, but it gives me so much anxiety. Something about all of the Souls games gives me massive anxiety. Like, is there gonna be a point to where I can't progress? That my skill is just not good enough? And I feel like for like a third of the bosses in this game, I feel like that. I get to like a breaking point and I'm like, no. Thank you, music. I'm like, no, I can't do it. I can't win. And then I take like an hour break and I win. I feel like anytime I start to suck, I just need to take a break and then I'm good. That's what happened today. I got to the scalpel boss, and man, just kicked my ass for like 2 hours, took a break, played some Assassin's Creed, came back, just first try. Like, it's weird. But yeah, those are the two things. I suck at responding to comments, and I suck at Kazan. Anyways, hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Asylum. Let's talk to our boy.
Lenny, what are you doing here?
I'm watching the show.
Show? What? Oh.
Why don't you sit with me and we can watch it together? It's very entertaining.
Lenny, please, you must listen to me. I have the tumor. I think you have it too, and Bertrand. We all do. Everyone in Group E.
I don't want to talk about that now.
But Lenny...
Maybe it's good if we don't remember. If I was in pain, I wouldn't want to remember. I'd prefer to be happy, like I am now.
My visions are getting worse. You will have them too.
Why are you doing this?
Because I need to know, Leonard. I can't afford to lose my mind again. I want to remain in control.
Oh. Oh, this next part is fun.
That was the Lovecraftian entity showing him visions. I'm assuming that's what it is a Lovecraftian entity. We're by the ocean, they can't look at it, drives you mad. They have to use people whose brains are already messed up to interact with it. It's screaming Lovecraft. I don't understand why the woman was in our car. I assumed ghosts, but now it could be a projection of whatever entity is in the basement of the basement, underground the basement, beneath the basement. Anyways. Hey, do you know how to drain the septic tank, Lily?
Lenny, about those spots, do you remember where they can be found?
I remember seeing one on a...
It doesn't matter.
It's actually very helpful, Lenny.
It's not.
Thank you.
It isn't. I already know where they are. I got one left. It's up here somewhere, I'm sure. I don't know where a map is, but I'll find it.
Lenny, I saw a film. Horrible film. They locked someone in the basement.
I don't want to hear about that, please.
Just listen. In the film, there was an item that fell through a grate, and it seemed to be something of huge importance to the doctors. You know, the doctors that did this to us, Lenny. It happened in the boiler room.
Yes, the fire. I remember. It was so hot.
What's below the boiler room?
The sewers.
I've already been in the sewers. Explore. Okay. So, is what's gonna happen is instead of going through the locked grate, are we gonna do this final one, then head down there, just relieve all the pressure, and then go in from there? I'm gonna assume that's what we're gonna have to do, but
What can you tell me about this third floor?
could always be wrong.
The doctors used to come here often.
For what purpose?
I don't know. But I think there's a secret here.
Time to see what they were hiding then.
Right, that might take me a while. Anyways, let's talk about everything.
Did you hear anything else about this?
No.
Cool?
Lenny, do you remember seeing a red symbol? Like a circle with...
No! Stay away!
What?
Don't go there! That symbol means bad things. The pain.
All right, Lenny. No more talk about the symbol.
Talk about the symbol again.
Did you hear anything else about this?
Lenny!
No.
Oh, well.
Lenny, what did they do to you? I listened to a recording. It was horrible.
Yes. Now you know.
But why?
I guess sometimes people are just mean.
That may be true, but there's got to be more to this. They wanted information from you. What was it?
I can't. Please, I'm too weak. You must keep looking on your own. There's something down below that they want. Only we can see it.
Who's we, Lenny?
People with
Cuckoo.
mind problems?
Yeah, what he said. Patience fears.
Those maniacs tortured us in the worst imaginable way, Lenny. Leveraging our deepest fears for their own gain.
Yes. It was different for each one of us. We were scared when the burly man appeared with new burn marks. We rejected him, but then it started happening to the rest of us.
Lenny, what did they do to you?
Since I was young, my body has been weak. I move slowly because I'm afraid to break something.
Oh no. Did they?
Yes. They broke me. That's the pain.
What the hell is wrong with this place?
What is your worst fear?
My worst fear? My fear. I'm terrified of losing control, Lenny. I must know that I'm in control of my own actions. I don't want to lose my mind. Lenny, please help me.
I can't. It's too late for me.
Do you want to talk about everyone?
Did you hear anything else? Is there anything else you...
No.
Did you hear... Is there anything...
No.
Nothing else?
I don't want to think.
You don't want to think about yourself, Lenny?
Did you hear... Did you ever meet the former director of the Institute, Walter Hanwell?
I'm not sure. I saw many people walking around in the Institute in the past, but no one ever told me who Hanwell was.
I see. Thank you.
It's on your shirt, man.
Is there anything else you can tell me about this?
No.
Anyways. Do you like my keys?
Hey, Lenny, look. I have Bruno's keys.
Oh, he's gonna take them.
Oh, he will be mad at...
Yes, I know. I'll be careful. Let's see what secrets this institute has in store for us.
Alright.
Nice talking to you, Lenny.
Is there a map somewhere? Patients used to be encouraged to participate in improvised plays. Art is good for the mind, the nurses said. Why are there so many rocks? Making sure there's nothing here. I think we're going to be finishing this game up pretty soon. According to the Steam achievements, I got like 3 more hours, I believe, until that's it. We got through 2 in the last one, so hopefully we make great progress here as well. Many cans of paints that have been emptied a long time ago. What the hell? Zachary Blakely? Are we just gonna comment on the paint cans and not the... Alright. Looks like something from Outlast Trials. It's a nice cat. Do you think the developers just drew and... It looks like an AT-AT. Or an AT-AT. I don't know what people say. Are one of these gonna be important? Couldn't tell why, but the painting gave me a creepy feeling. It looks like the kid from not Nightmare on Elm Street, Nightmare Before Christmas. One of the 3 kids. Okay, I do not see anything of significance in here, so I'm gonna leave. If I have to come back, I'm gonna be very upset with myself. Is that Starry Night, but colorful. There's gotta be a greenhouse around here somewhere. What the hell is this? The workshop was a calm place driven by the queer creativity of patients. Animal Institute was well equipped to address all the... fuck. I guess working on this thing was good for the mind of the patient. Don Luth. Why is it telling me these names now? Is this gonna be part of a puzzle at some point? Gwen Benjamin. Over here. Nothing there. Nothing of interest here. It was jammed. At least it's not jellied, you know what I'm saying? Anything of importance here? Or is this nothing burger? I can see the movement of bugs crawling inside the furniture. Hardcore. Cool. Cool. I said cool. A whole lot of nothing important here. Big D. Am I gonna have to remember Big D? Okay, this could either be a puzzle, or developers, or supporters in some way. I don't know. But I don't think it's important to me. Did I go in?
Attention Julia and all personnel. The high-risk patient has escaped again. He is very violent, more than usual. I believe he's rushing toward the 3rd floor. Proceed with extreme caution.
Well, we did give him a sedative. No, I was wondering about that strange noise. Suddenly, I heard a noise, something close to me. Do 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 do. Uh-oh. Let's play the piano. A soothing song wouldn't calm down the maniac. Let's hope they're not giving me a short amount of time here. It did save, so that's what makes me think I can die. Might as well read. Following troubling rumors of patients being mistreated in already alarming hospital conditions, the overcrowded Hanwell Mental Institute, once a beacon of international respectability, has succumbed to its worst episode yet. Readers are advised to proceed with caution as the following paragraphs present potentially disturbing descriptions. Disgruntled employees and concerned family members of patients have been warning the media about an atmosphere of neglect and allegations of misconduct in the establishment. So the brutal incident that transpired yesterday evening should not come to a surprise. A pregnant patient with severe mental disorders descended into a manic state and performed a sanguinary abortion on herself. Lovely. Nurses who witnessed the self-mutilation described the scene as a savage bloodbath, also stating that the patient was alone in her locked room without access to foreign objects. A nurse discovered the vile act thanks to a pool of blood spreading under the door. When pressed, she refused to reveal any further details about the gory scene inside the room. It is clear to this reporter that the famed Hanwell Mental Institute is spiraling out of control, and authorities should seize control of the building immediately. Thank you for waiting. Let's go. Is he naked? Oh fuck, we gotta go. As the madman was chasing me, I felt like one of the insects in the spider web. I'm not reading these. These may be important, but I feel like this is like, I don't know. That may be very important, but it's so much to read, and I don't want to. I don't want to read. And I'm just too quick for this guy. Are we in a fucking church? The pulpit was exquisitely engraved and polished compared to the rest of the room. Is that the same symbol that was like painted in red? Surely if we hid in here, he wouldn't be able to find us. No prayer would have helped me escape from the madman outside. Alright. Oh, so much more I did not see, but none of it looks important at all. We're just gonna talk about every little thing. What is that? Varnish and much decoration, these seats could be used once again? I feel like these are very close together, to be honest. But I guess they probably got shifted. Well, maybe he can pray now. Okay, which way did I... Alright. I've gone in a circle. Thought about running away, but the corridor was long and the madman was too fast. So, what exactly do you want me to do about this guy? I didn't see anything that would have me use an item, but I can look around a bit more. Did I try going in here? Could be a dead end. You know, if I had a map earlier, I would know. We've read that. Wait. No, it seemed to be a dead end. Okay. How long do you want me to go in this loop for, man? He does look naked. He looks very naked. The madman could still leave the empty room using the other door. What does it want me to do? Not sure what it wants from me now. I couldn't do anything with that other door. He could. Could I remove this? Wait, did I take it? No. So we gotta block him in there somehow. I mean, I can't take that with me. So... spamming spacebar to see what I can interact with, but... oh my god. Oh hey, that's an hour. I think it ends at 6 a.m. 5 nights at Freddy's style. Without the madman chasing me, I rated myself to explore the rest of the topmost floor. These 2 doors, and I think that hallway was new. Anyways, what's in here? Is this a greenhouse? It is not. Let's explore this other room first. What the hell is this? A laboratory? Is it a rare incense, or perhaps something old and arcane? Every contact to this hidden room seemed to hint at secrets. What for? Fuck you. Oh. This symbol. It was Bertrand's drawing. There's probably gonna be a lot of shit to read in here, man. I do not approve of such acts. That's a fucking book. Mortis Cavae. A hideous sense of portentous menace could be... fuck. I wasn't mentally prepared to delve into this sinister tome. Good. Good. A bunch of old candles. Who could tell what they had been used for? Light. My child. Light. It was an odd-looking structure. Perhaps an altar of sorts? But from where? It looks like a coffin of sorts. So much of this is just... you can comment on so many things in this game. But, like, so few things are relevant. Okay, what is this called? The people who spent time in this office had some macabre tastes. His way was blocked. Right, am I gonna have to evade this guy again? Is that what it's gonna... There's definitely secrets in this room. But I don't know how to find them at the moment. What is this? Nothing important? Something important, first of all. What? Oh. Huh. Yes. Record book updated, but I think it will be easier if I take a photograph with my cellular device. Oops. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright. Now, we'll see if they come in handy. Okay, not easy to read. I feel near... fuck it. I feel nearly drunk at the prospect of harnessing all that power. We can't stop until his mysteries have been fully unraveled. I'm ready to exhaust all my resources, sacrifice anything and anyone until our goals are met. This is greater than mankind itself, even greater than me. This is the right symbol, I know it. The right step is to translate the logograms, which won't be an easy task considering the poor state of the stone slabs. So many millennia, epochs of abandonment. But how? This finding predates any recorded history of scientific research. There's no written account of the servants anywhere else. I'm not even sure that's the proper translation. We're completely on our own. It's imperative that we focus on the task at hand and... make no compromises if we were to succeed. We may well be the first civilized and sane human beings to ever gaze into the innards of this mountain. If what I suspect is true, what awaits inside grants the meaning to ultimate enlightenment, the preeminence of actuality at our disposal. Servants is far from an accurate word. There's no better way to describe them with meager information we found, contrary to other ancient tribes. Chief among them is so-called Dolomar, who at least has a sense of purpose in keeping a vicious god at bay. The servants sought to commune with a benign, malignant entity. I wouldn't call this a goal per se, but rather a way to exist. The servants sensed, as much their primitive nature permitted, the formidable but alluring power of the entity. To achieve this communion, these earliest beings would make use of psychoactive substance, or entheogens as they're referred to in recent times, to... Alright. Reach a state of genesthai, the true meaning of existence. Considering the implications of this fact, sentient beings that existed long before any hint of recorded history or even a form of religion had already embarked on the greatest quest of all, entheos, the divine within, and it could be right here beneath us. Examples of entheogens include ayahuasca, peyote, and psilocybin. It means, as far as I can surmise, that the servants required some sort of mind shield to face the obtruse presence of the entity. This corroborates my other findings. Yet I can't synthesize the prehistoric entheogens exploited by the servants. We lack the information. However, if shielding your mind is the key, then perhaps the best word I've found to describe the entity is... Fallowed. Granted, there's likely a better term for it, but I am unable to make sense of out of every glyph. The servants thought so little of themselves in close presence of Fallowed that they failed to name the race in any way. It's the supreme surrender of will, the epitome of self-hatred and shameful submission under the influence of a foreign power. Imagine for a moment that the fate reserved for a culture of people that would surrender themselves to the behest of a preternatural being whose concerns were far more detached than their own. But luckily nothing of the sort ever happened. Whatever substances the primitive servants used, they didn't succeed in merging with the otherworldly visitor. The entire course of our history could have been so different had an inferior mind communed, and so, Fallowed still awaits, forbearing as ever. Okay. Fallowed is wise, an entity enlightened far beyond our human condition, and also infinitely patient. He remains rooted within the bowels of our earth until the right vessel comes, and he is willing to wait another insurmountable passage of time until that happens. He finally breaks free to traverse the geometry of our world. Time has no meaning to him. Of course, a lower prehistoric species couldn't have tamed this illimitable power, but I have other means. Who is in control? That's the key. We naively think that we are in command of our lives, but the fabric of modern society shapes our fate by means of overwhelming information. Our minds begin to malfunction, and thus we surrender to the unbearable noise sucking away at our vitality, a dissonance perceived even on the mere page of a newspaper. Fallowed also makes use of noise, but it's a different kind of disturbance. He delves deep into your... mind. Something, an interference, perhaps even a physical change manifests when you face the horror, and yet there's a distinct possibility that we can tame this power. A nascent theory provides hope. The configuration of our brains is still crude. Much as I'd like to believe my genes are more sophisticated than the boorish servants, Not enough time has transpired to provide our brain cells the ability to grasp the essence of reality. We're still only able to process 3 dimensions. However, Fallout operates in another geometry of existence. Its visual information is too much for our minds to absorb. Yet the only way to commune with this entity is to endure his presence. It must be so old, impossible to comprehend with our earthly conception of life. Fallout must have originated... from the time in which the very first stars formed. Perhaps he already existed before it all began. Ambrose was right. The way to success resides in the primordial arrangements. In fact, the distant influence of celestial bodies may have an astounding implication during the encounter. This is too much to grasp. Even for a learned man like me, there's a favorable configuration and greater chance to prevail if the communion takes place at a specific hour, as we perceive time in our polyhedric coordinates. The first patterns were deemed too ineffable. Ineffable. For the limited sensibilities of monotheistic religions, but our illiterate ancestors couldn't grasp how the primal instinct of a lowly species like the servants operated, seeking meaning in the simple organisms of their era. Arachnids, coleopterans, millipedes, grubs, and yet the shape of these suggested constellations don't directly correlate... with the arthropods that inhabited our planet. They are grotesque caricatures of otherwise familiar outlines, as if some vital feature of their true physical forms couldn't be conveyed on the flat surface of these slabs. Regrettably, we don't have enough time to construct an astrolab, and so we'll have to operate with the spare details we have available. I'm in shock. The symbol itself acts like a piece of the chart. When the position is correct, it provides the zenith of the equation. It's inconceivable that the servants themselves figured this out, so the symbol must be the vestige of some elemental language designed with a baffling purpose that our spatially impaired capabilities can't hope to decipher. The only way to realize the encounter. This vermicular shape. I've seen it before. Oh, that's it. Alright, I need a sip of water. Why didn't they take these when they left? Why didn't they try to possibly destroy these? Oh, you're trying to be sneaky. Trying to be snazzer bones. Oh, I'm trying to be sneaky. Those are more bones. Motherfucker. Oh, thank God. Is there anything else? I really can't see. I think that's the last one. Cool. Alright. What is that paper? Alright, doing a quick spam. There's bones. Cool. Cool, I'm gonna leave. I just need to find this greenhouse, man, so I can go into the sewers and probably meet an ancient god and awaken something dark and decrepit into this world. Also, I would like to say, like, in the papers, the fucking book essay mentions, like, control. Is there gonna be, like, something where, like, we're actually the Lovecraftian creature in control of this guy? All the actions that we are making is that of the entity and not him. Is that gonna be something they do, or am I just, oh my god, a map. Way overthinking it, probably. This is bigger than I thought it would be. Hallway, theater, passage, workshop, art room, chapel, lecture room. Wait. Empty room? Wait. So he's currently stuck in empty room. He's blocked off here. He's blocked off here. So we went into the office, which that was Cthulhu room. Did I ever go in lecture room? I don't think I did. Okay, bathrooms. Where the fuck is the greenhouse? They keep it vague as shit, too. The date is worn off. Oh, greenhouse right here. Beautiful. Also, rooftop. We're on our way to the greenhouse. Let me swing back and try to go into the lecture room, because I can't say for certain I went that way. Yeah, no, I didn't go in here before. Okay, I feel like... I hope there's nothing important in here, because it seems like it's just honorary mentions and shit like that. Which, there's nothing wrong with it, but in a puzzle game where I need to look everywhere, I'm hesitant to think that maybe... like, maybe I need to have something in this room. I'm gonna assume I don't. 'Cause it really wants me to... Here, I'll... There. Alright, I think that's all I can do in here. Alright. Kinda looks like snow, not rain. But anywho, let's continue. It's already been over 30 minutes. That is wild. That is insane. I'll need to get to the greenhouse before... I feel like he's gonna be on our ass again. We can go up to the roof. We're gonna have to go up to the roof. I could move all that shit by myself. Those would be heavy as fuck, but I could slide them out of the way. Unless they're empty, which I hope they are. If they're not, that shit, throw. Honestly, probably can't just open the window, because, you know, you can just throw it out, though. Who's gonna care? They're doing construction. They can just add it to the work job. And honestly, they're probably not doing construction at this point. The hell is this? Is this the greenhouse? Hopefully that had flown. You think the birds stuck in a cage flew away? I don't believe they did. Why the fuck am I up here? Oh wait, this is a balcony. I thought this is like a roof. Opposing mountains encircle the forest surrounding the institute. There's a fucking eldritch creature in those mountains, man. Also, epilepsy warning, bro. I don't have epilepsy, but someone might. Okay, I don't think there's anything we need out here. I'm gonna get inside. Wait. I'm gonna get inside. It doesn't really bother me, but I don't want it bothering anyone. Rusted in place? You're adding to my workload, man. Oh, all I have are keys. Okay. So now I need some WD-40. Okay. This is nice and comfy up here, though. Like, I'll be honest, if they had some, like, couches up here, this would be very relaxing. Thankfully, the outside world was still out there. I was just out there. Door was shut tight. Ah, shit. Okay, so I need some lubrication. Is there any in here that I might not have seen? I feel like the workshop should be where I go, but let me just spam this a bit. I don't want to go out there, even though that could be where I need to go. I doth not know. Alright. I'll have our keys, so... Oh well. Alright. Let's go back down. Wait, did I assume that was a door earlier? I don't think so. There's no way. Unless I did. Okay, if I was lubrication, I'd probably be in the workshop. Just saying. Can't be that far away. Well, shit. Maybe some oil in the art room? Probably not. What if it's not on the 3rd floor at all? What if it's somewhere completely different? Now that would probably drive me mad. I could check the guide, but I feel like I haven't been looking for it for too long at all. I feel like it's definitely got to be around here somewhere. Okay, so that is cut off. Maybe there's something on the rooftop and I just didn't look around long enough. I can go check. It was out here. Hopefully this would do the trick. With the help of the oil, the valve turned smoothly. I'm waiting for one of these moments I'm gonna turn and that crazy fuck's just gonna be right there waiting. It's a long walk. Alright, let me save before going in here. I feel like the game's not gonna kill me, but if it does, I wouldn't be surprised. Who's this guy? Oh, this is the guy who's locked in here? This body does not look that decayed. As I grabbed the curious artifact, a sense of impending doom assaulted me. Glad I saved before. Oh, come on. I didn't even get to look at the dead guy. Oh, wait, I can look at the dead guy. I felt my nightmarish journey was nearing its conclusion. This weird key was bound to unlock the final answer. What a horrible fate this poor man had to suffer. Like, it's so weird. It feels like this guy doesn't look like, he doesn't really look bloated that much. Like, his face looks fairly fresh. Like, how long was this place closed? And how old are we? I feel like there's some things that I don't understand. Okay, but I have this amulet. Our ancient artifact. A key? But for what? Exactly. I don't know. Counters with the entity? The only way to get rid of the grip of the entity was to conclude the communion. This prospect terrified me to no end, but just as well the notion of losing my mind. Find the catacombs. It seemed like this was time to descend into madness, both figuratively and quite literally. The answer I was desperately seeking was deep down in the basement. Okay, so I mean somewhere down here I gotta put this thing, right? I mean, alright, sure. Is this the way out? Okay. I mean, if I had to make a guess... The opening in the construction area was boarded up. Could we unboard it up? What's up with this door? Poured some oil on the wheel. I applied a bit of oil to the wheel. There we go. What is up with this door, though? Oh, fuck. Hey. Lenny? No? Lenny?
Lenny,
Why'd you take your shirt off, man?
what are you doing here?
The time has come.
But how?
This is the place where it all happened. And now you must proceed.
I don't understand. Where have you been all this time?
I've always been here. With you.
What are you saying? Lenny, please. You're my only friend.
No one here can have friends.
What? Lenny, don't make jokes like that. You're scaring me.
Why are you doing this?
Why am I? I need to understand. I want peace.
Then go. The answer lies at the end of this tunnel.
Lenny.
I must go now.
Okay, let's see if we can wrap it up then. But if I get hit with a fucking puzzle, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up then and there. Ah, fuck me. Ellis, I'm leaving behind this hasty note in the event you can follow my footsteps. The situation upstairs is untenable and may have reached a point of no return with that revolting scene in the female wing. They couldn't handle it. Ellis, their minds are too feeble, but they served our purpose, and I have enough details now to understand what lies inside that cave. This is the second incursion of authorities into the premises, and we won't get away with things so easily this time. My own actions have raised suspicions, putting me under close scrutiny. There will be a thorough investigation, and they'll ask more questions, and we can't afford to lose control over our discovery. Never. This is the end of the Institute, so I've made my decision. I'm going in. We've wasted too much valuable time assessing the risks. We both know that no civilized human being has ever attempted this. Risks? Bah. Between facing the authorities and concluding an encounter postponed by unfathomable eons, the outcome of which is unknown, I choose to feast my eyes in the enrapturing radiance of Phalot. It's ours. We've earned it. Remember that. Should the worst case scenario present itself after this irrational adventure, I leave my last revelatory finding on these papers. The tumor. It's a mechanism, Ellis. The tumor acts as a sort of failsafe device. Phalot, in his endless wisdom, honed through vast passages of time that our pathetic minds couldn't grasp, understood the risks of taking control of an inferior organism. What lies beyond the cave? Is the vessel being threatened in some way? How can he know if the organism will survive? So the entity goes so far in the reconfiguration of foreign tissue, he leaves only a part of himself as a test, or maybe some kind of probe which our biology develops as a tumor. This is the abnormal growth that we have observed in the patients. Ironically, it was him observing us the entire time. And that, Ellis, is our biggest mistake. Yes, the patients relayed critical visual information to us, but the entity sensed the threat. We may be among the elite of our peers, but in the presence of Felot, we are arrogant and stupid creatures. I still have to decrypt the significance of the visions, but I believe they represent beacons. This is the part I couldn't properly translate. They are somehow part of the failsafe system. What I do know is that he wants to leave, patiently waiting until the ambitious but strong soul faces him and successfully withstands his powerful gaze. Whoever is chosen will not only participate in a cosmic symbiosis our earthly religions could only dream of, but gain an epochal power transcending our human condition. I should be able to tolerate his sight. If my suspicions are correct, Ellis, not even our wildest theories could have prepared us for him. I may not be in control of myself after I enter the chamber. Take all necessary precautions to ensure that our discovery remains safe. No one can proceed beyond this point but me. W.H. Alright, time to follow in his footsteps. You would think the other guy would have, destroyed this, here artifact. But he didn't. Oh, the music stopped. Okay, this looks like a fucking puzzle. What? Okay, baby puzzle. Oh. Six a.m. It did look like a giant grub worm. What?
Did you find what you were looking for?
Well, I don't think she deserved that. Well, that was Asylum. So, I guess we're like under control of grubworm baby. This is a fun game. Let me Google Asylum game ending. You think there's multiple endings? So a lot of people saying they were disappointed with the ending. But I mean, yeah, it was quick. But once like it kind of started going towards that Cthulhu Lovecraftian page of things, I figured it would wrap up kind of the way it did. I'm not really surprised by the ending. I'm surprised that they killed Julia, well, blinded Julia. But my thing is like, why did that happen to him, but not the other guy that went in there before? Maybe because like, we had the, I don't know. What was so special about our character? Like, I feel like were we ever even, I guess we were in Group E? But I feel like there's some weird plot holes. Like, if we were in Group E, how did we get out? Were the eyes at the end supposed to signify who we are or something? Because, I don't know. I thought maybe we could be Lenny, or Lenny could be part of us, but, I mean, I'll go to the discussions after the credits have wrapped up, just to see if there's anything else. But I will say, I don't really feel anything with that ending. I think the only big surprise was the Julia blinding. But I mean, we only ever met that one guy one other time. And why did he, like, did he have plans? I don't know. All right. Diagnosis schizophrenia scavenger? What? Well, let me save. Quit. Alright, let me go to the Steam discussions real quick. There's a lot of people confused about puzzles. Thankfully, I wasn't the only one. Let me just type in ending. Can anyone explain what the ending we get means? Who is the woman? What the fuck? How do they not know who the woman is? Who do we see when we look in the mirror? Just what? Nothing made sense or clicked. We just became some creepy dude that didn't like this woman's eyeballs? Or is that Julia? I'm pretty sure it's Julia. You should return to Hanwell's office and check the portrait. Some documents listed in the journal's achievements section can explain his behavior, in particular in the third page, reading skills. What? Okay, Hanwell's office. Where was Hanwell's office? Let me load up here where I started tonight. So I'm assuming we're now Hanwell? Or maybe... Oh. So is they saying that's supposed to be us now? Or Walter Hanwell? But wouldn't Julia have said something like, who the fuck are you? If we were someone else? Or were we playing... Why did we wake up in the fucking shed? I don't know. Was Walter Hanwell being kept in the shed the entire time? Or... Spoilers about the ending. I don't understand what I did wrong. Can someone give me a hint? Now it's the same ending. Are there different endings? I thought that was the ending. The I part, you mean the looking to the rearview mirror? Dr. Hanwell had a similar wart in his office's painting. I didn't remember Hanwell's appearance. That was my immediate hunch. Suggested that twist and saw it coming. I don't know. The first hint that we weren't an ordinary patient was when we did the dissection for the music box key. But if we were Hanwell the entire time, wouldn't someone have, at least the guy who got the place, wouldn't he have at least noticed? Wouldn't we be significantly older? I don't know what year this is taking place in. I don't know what year the place closed. What was another one? They said check a file? Might not have it anymore. Might never have had it. I don't know. Achievements? I'm missing some stuff, but... I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, fun game though. But yeah, a little confusing. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next series. Have a good one. Bye bye.